Order. I thank the member for Fowler, and I call the member for Hughes.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. About half an hour ago, we heard the most extraordinary attack on the reputation of Professor Harvey Risch by the shadow Health Minister of this country. Statements that were a disgrace. What is Professor Risch under attack for? He has said, and I quote, Deputy Speaker, "The evidence in favour of hydroxychloroquine benefit in high-risk patients treated as outpatients is stronger than anything else I've studied in my career." 38 years as a professor of epidemiology, and you Labor people are criticising this gentleman without any idea what you are talking about. I've never seen a greater example of groupthink and inability to think clearly. But even since Professor Harvey Risch has made those comments, some more studies have come to light. I hear the Labor Party say, "Oh, there's no studies." What medical journal are you quoting from? Well, I will quote from the medical journal.
The member for Bruce is skating. The member for Hughes will pause for a moment. Member for Bruce is skating very close to being disorderly, so I won't ask him to withdraw at this stage, but if he repeats those claims, I will ask him to withdraw. The member for Hughes.
Now I've asked what medical journal do I read, Deputy Speaker. Well, I will quote from the European Journal of Internal Medicine. You two might like to read it after and go and do some homework. This was a recent study, only out yesterday.
The member for Hughes will direct his comments through the chair.
Only out yesterday, Deputy Speaker, by Dr. Augusto di Castelnuovo. And what did Dr. di Castelnuovo say of his study? This was of 3,451 hospitalised patients in 33 clinical centres in Italy. His conclusion was, and I quote, and you might like to take this to your health minister who has no idea what he's talking about. He says, "We observed that the patients treated with hydroxychloroquine had a 30% lower in-hospital mortality rate than those not receiving it. 30% less deaths. And you people are engaged in groupthink and not reading the evidence." Deputy Speaker, the statements that we heard today from the the shadow health minister of this country were a disgrace, because that's not, this study out of Italy is not the only study.
Order. The member for Hughes will resume his seat. The member for Bruce. The question is that the member no longer be heard.
You don't want to hear the medical studies. This is the medical studies.
The member for Hughes. The member for Hughes will resume his seat. The member for Hughes will resume his seat. The question is that the member no longer be heard. All of that opinion say aye. Or to the contrary, no. I think the noes have it. The question remains unresolved in accordance with Standing Order 188 and will be referred to the House. I call the next speaker. The member for Solomon. Order. The member for Bruce will come to order or he will leave the chamber. I call the member for